you're down 10 to start the fourth. Just what was going through your mind about how to get you guys back into the game when you came out so aggressive like you did?
Going into the fourth? Yeah. Anytime I get open, shoot it. Yeah.
How did you feel something different? Like, did you feel like this game was there to take?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like we took their best punches throughout the game and to start the third and then to end the third. So, and I felt like they was gassed going down the stretch. So just trying to, keep my foot on the pedal and keep going.
And through the 4 games of this series thus far, you have 23 assists and only 6 turnovers, which is a lot better assist-to-turnover ratio than you had in the regular season. What's the difference? What are you doing differently, do you think?
Reading the game, watching more film. When you get, playoffs come around, you get a little more time, you know what I'm saying, to settle down and really lock in with your player development coach. So, Sehan's been doing a great job of sending me clips 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. When we see each other, we talk about it, break some film down. So just everything like that.
And then both Chris Finch and Mike Conley said that you're taking a lot more interest and control into specifically what you want to see on the floor, what kind of situations you want.
That's because of my boy right here. Donte does a great job of coming and telling me like what they doing out there defensively, because sometimes I don't really recognize it, and when he gets in the game, he makes it easier for me for sure, because he tells me like, hey, Sack, they overplaying, you can backdoor right now. So just being able to read the game and then having teammates that looks out for you, I think that's the best thing about it.
Donte, for the second straight game, this was that 5-man unit that closed the game for you guys. What has been so effective for this unit closing the game on both ends of the floor?
Just being connected. I think that unit is, on the offensive end, you can throw it to anybody and anybody can kind of get downhill, make plays for one another. And when that is, the situation, Ant's up top doing his thing, they have to respect everybody on the line. And he's making the right play over and over and over again. So then you go on the defensive end and we can just switch and we can just be physical and be ourselves. And at that point, it's winning time, and, that's the only thing you're trying to do is win the game.
Yeah, with Donte's layup and then with Jaden's layup, I don't think you got the assist on them, but you made the initial passes to kind of create those plays for like Jaden's layup and then Donte's layup. You got double.
Yeah.
It's like when in those moments, you obviously you want to look to score, but just kind of what was your mindset as you were facing those double teams, and how did you kind of find the open man in those situations?
I think in the previous timeout, I huddled everybody up and told everybody like, hey, this is what they're doing on defense. So if we space like this and somebody cuts, it's gonna be wide open because they're low man. They basically putting 3 people on me. Like once I drive, they try to trap me. If I get around the trap, it's the third guy coming up as a low man. So if you just equal out and the dude, it's 3 people on the left side on the opposite weak side of the ball, and if the middle dude just cuts, then they got 1 person to guard 2 people. So that was pretty much what we did down the stretch. And Donte, that cut he made was big time because we had just went over and he cut and he got the N1. So that was pretty much it.
And in Game 3, you and LeBron we saw you laughing together today. You were getting very physical with him, pushing him. What's it been like to go against him, and were you trying to make a point when you wrestled him a little bit there?
Yeah, it's gonna be physical, man. I wouldn't say I was trying to make a point, but just let them know that we here. You ain't just gonna push us around all night. I mean, because I'm not gonna lie, he's strong. It's hard to keep him from he posted me up. He got all the way to the rim. I was glad he missed the layup, but he a lot stronger than me. But just let him know that we're gonna be here all night, and I'm gonna be a pest to him. Whenever I get on him, I'm gonna try to get up under his skin. I'm gonna try. Because we played together at USA. He was like a big brother to me. He looked out for me, helped me out a lot with reading the game, IQ, and everything. So just trying to be a pest to him out there.
Donte, kind of along those lines, how in your year with Ant have you seen him grow and evolve as a playmaker and not just a scorer?
Hold on, can you repeat the question? I'm thinking about something. What did you say?
How have you seen Ant grow as a playmaker in your year with him?
Yeah, I mean, throughout the year, he's had, this whole year has been ups and downs for all of us, individually and collectively as a team. So I think the biggest thing that I've seen is, during quote-unquote, down times throughout the year of, not necessarily making the right play, he's learned from it and come back, and he's had, his highs are extremely high. So throughout the entire season, weathering the storms of up and downs and different guys in lineups and trying to figure out and get guys comfortable, when it comes winning time, dude knows how to win. And that's flat out what it comes down to. He understands watching film what they're going to do. And no one's out here trying to get numbers. No one's out here trying to prove a point. We're just trying to win a game. So when he's watching, film and making quick decisions and being himself, you can just see a different level of him being locked in, and him being, 23?
Sir.
Man, young as hell. So being 23 and being able to do that is really special. And being able to, listen to everybody. He doesn't have to do that, which he's willing to do to every single person on the team, and it just allows us to, be connected and be on another level.
And you look across the way, and it's the Lakers. LeBron's having a game. Luka's having a game. How are you able to sort of recognize the moment and not shrink from it? Because a lot of people get in these spots, stars or not, and are not able to meet those guys where they're performing at. Where do you sit on that?
I don't know, man. I don't even really look at it like a moment. I just try to take advantage of every opportunity. I mean, because, I've been dreaming of this all my life, whether it was football or basketball. So just being in these situations, and now it's going against Bron and Luka. And Luka probably the best player in the game, young player in the game, and Bron is the best player leaving the game. So just trying to, prove I belong, and to all my haters and people who criticize me that I'm better than they think.
Anthony, when you slipped on the out-of-bounds play, you called for the replay right away, but it took an overhead camera shot to actually see that contact. How confident were you that that would be called the right way and reversed in your guys' favor?
I mean, I was 100%. Yeah, soon it happened. I looked at the ref like, we want to challenge it. Like, I don't think that it was. It might have been out on me, but he fouled me because the ball. When I put the ball all the way down here. He's swiping at the ball. He can't get to it. He got to hit my arm. So I told Finchie right away, like, hey, you got to challenge. I mean, because we got to challenge anyway. And it's 10 seconds left in the game. You might as well use it. And we wasn't challenging for the out of bounds. I told him we challenging it for the foul. Look at the foul. And I knew he fouled me, man, because he swiped down real hard and hit my arm. So, I mean, that was a great overturn by the refs. We appreciate him.
And after Game 3, you told Julius to take like 10 more shots. What was
he
it?
did.
Yeah. Like, why did you
played
pull
great.
that out of the box score? What caught your eye about that?
He played great. He played phenomenal. I told him to take more shots. He took more shots, and it helped us win. He was aggressive on the boards. Like I said, man, Julius been playing great. That everyone we got has been playing at a high level, man, especially that five that's been finishing the game. Me, Julius, Donte, Nas, and Jaden. We've been like, it's kind of crazy. We've been like connected on our defensive end, just making the right rotations, having each other back, making corner goals. If we trapping, we being the next man up in rotation. Offensively, we just got 4 guys out there. When they trapping me, we got 4 guys out there that know how to play, know when to cut, know when to come to the ball, know how to space, and then we just got shooters all over the floor. So Finchie been doing a great job of putting the right guys out there at the right time.
And did you know that Mike could still get up for a block like the one he had on
did
LeBron?
you see that? I was like, all right, old man. Nah, that was dope. He got hurt, though, but but he'll be all right. Nah, hey, I'm not going to lie. I was impressed when he blocked that. If we would have been up, I probably would have been talking a little more trash, but they was on like a 10-0 run, so I had to pipe down a little bit. But, yeah, that was dope. Big shout-out to MC, man.
Hey, Donte, it seems like all year long, whenever you guys have been back against the wall, not playing well is when you play your best, when you respond. Like, what do you think it is about this group that thrives under that circumstance?
Individually, I kind of, you just described all of us individually. But as a unit, I think, we're not worried about anybody else but what's in our locker room. We understand what we have. We understand our strengths and our weaknesses. So we understand to keep everybody away from their strengths and let them play or keep everybody away from their weaknesses and play towards their strengths. And when you have a locker room like that can talk to anybody and, say whatever's on their mind and, you say it, you address it, and you move forward, that's the type of team that you get. So we're not worried about, we're up 3-1. Everybody's going to say whatever they're going to say now. But we're not worried about anything. And the same thing if we were down 3-1.
Right.
We would be locked in on each other and focus on what's in that locker room. And we have a huge game to go win on Wednesday.
And I've got to ask you about your favorite topic, Jaden McDaniels. What did you think about him, especially on defense today? What kind of impact did he make for you guys being up 3-1?
Incredible. Jaden is incredible. People kind of made fun of me maybe like 3 years ago for my comments that I made about Jaden, but I mean, look at him. He's been playing phenomenal every game all year. Ups and downs, no matter what, he stays with us. Very coachable. And I think the best thing about our whole locker room is for me, I think they allow me to talk to them. And the way that I talk, it may come off as hard or mean or disrespectful, but none of my teammates take it that way. And I think that's the best thing about it, because I get on Jaden and I got you sacked. I get on Rudy. I get on Donte. Like everybody, we all coachable and we all can talk to each other. So I think that's the best thing about everybody.
And you talked about that last play. That holding the ball out on that Euro has been your number one trip to the free throw line all year. It seems kind of unguardable. How did you develop that? Because it has become such a tool for you.
With C. Hines, because we play one-on-one, like, after every workout or every practice, and all he do is foul me. So, just trying to figure out ways to keep the ball, because, short people like swiping at the ball. So just trying to figure out ways to keep the ball away from him. So that's pretty much him for real.
Last question. And as a leader on this team, you guys are up 3-1 now. What's the message going back to LA to the team, from you to the team?
I told him it's going to be the toughest game that we played all season, all series, because everybody's going to be against us. It's going to be 300,000 people, and then the Timberwolves, 12 players plus the coaches and the organization that travels, a couple people from the organization that travel with us, and then that's how it's going to be. So back against the wall in enemy territory, and these are the moments that we should live for. Going on the road, trying to close the team out. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be a tough atmosphere, but it should be fun, If you like competing at the highest level, I told him it should be fun. You should be ready. Get your rest and be ready to go.